This is kind of interesting. Hey, Ben, big fan. You've talked a lot about cultural values and a little bit about the stereotype of the wealthy Jew. Is there one cultural value in Judaism/culture that you would point to as a cause? You know, it's interesting. If I read this question with a different tone, it could sound anti-Semitic. But he's actually saying, what's the reason culturally that Jews tend to be successful?
And the answer is that Jews have always had an extraordinarily high focus on education. So the literacy rate in the Jewish community back in ancient times is nearly 100% for men and women. So Jews have always been very into study, which is why we have giant sets of Talmud that sit on our shelves. And so the focus on education and literacy was always a big focus for people coming to the United States, particularly immigrants coming to the United States, Jewish immigrants coming here, focused really heavily on get educated, make something of yourself. And if you focus on it, and this isn't just unique to Jews, right? I mean, this is true for, Thomas Sowell has a theory, and he basically says that people who are middlemen in any civilization are the people who are going to rise to the top because they're not benefiting from the home ground of being natives, and yet they're doing all the transactional work. And so that means that they have their own sort of in-group where they can negotiate with one another. So they'd say like Hasidic diamond merchants, for example, they don't need contracts, so they can cut out the middleman. And so they can keep costs low and they can do well that way. But also because they don't have that ground, they're forced to use the system as best they can, which usually means playing by the rules of the system in the most efficient possible way. And so you see that with a lot of Korean immigrants, for example, who will come to the United States, and then education is all they care about, and it's just get educated and rise in the system. And cultures that focus on education do well. End of story.